A rainy September was good news for edible mushroom foragers, but homeowners in Eugene are now finding more non-edible mushrooms popping up in their yards.
5 years ago, 10 years ago, hardly any of this was around. And all of a sudden, in the last 5 or 10 years, it's just exploded.
Newhouse is noticing more of what's known as the yellow stainer mushroom, an invasive variety that looks similar to the horse mushroom.
I don't think anybody's really going to get poisoned by eating them raw. Because they taste bad anyway. And when you cook them, they smell terribly, I guess even worse.
Mushrooms typically spread by releasing spores into the air. Newhouse says you can try pulling the mushrooms in your yard if you want to keep them from doing that. But unlike a weed, which you can typically pull up by the root, a mushroom is just a small part of the fungus that's growing and feeding underground.
If you can tolerate them, great. If you need to pick them up and put them in a garbage sack, you can do that to get rid of them, but be aware they're going to come back as soon as the next moist evening or rainfall comes along.
Newhouse says the yellow stainer is easy to distinguish because of its telltale color.
We're going to see yellow in two places in particular. Right here on the bottom of the stem, if I scratch it with my fingernail, you can see it turn yellow almost immediately right there.
Newhouse says most problem mushrooms will disappear from yards after a killing frost. In the garden, I'm Joel Porter for News Source 16.